Hello, hello. Good morning. Up. Oh, okay. I think we're okay. I was a little worried at first. Setup is a little different. I'm still having technical difficulties, so I am using my other computer that I don't usually use to run this. And so things are a little different. I had to set up a few things from scratch, but for the most part, I think things are okay. I've changed my audio settings a little bit. I also started adding sound foam to the because the room I used to stream in was fully carpeted. Back in my apartment, it was fully carpeted, so I didn't really have to worry about sound dampening too much or like echo because the whole room was carpeted. Like, okay. And it was near a window, so this room is fully hardwood floor and then drywall, and I didn't really realize how much that bounced around the sound, and I was like, see. And so now I have sound foam. So it's not a lot. I will probably get more. We also get like a rug for here to dampen the sound, but I hope you all can forgive me with the kind of poor sound quality I've had as of late. Hopefully things are getting better. But as you can see, we are here to continue your Barbatos. Our last stream was a bit of a special case as we decided to do a bit of maintenance on board, which is on here. It's been like a fun and special time that I'm still working on a little bit. For the most part, his maintenance is done, but there's little bits of odds and ends that I want to go place. That. I've also given him a fresh set of batteries, so the lights are working again. I actually have it here now, if anyone isn't at it. But that not reworking, but more just like doing a maintenance on doing a bit of maintenance on your PG Unicorn has really like touching up PG Unicorn has really like made me want to do that with a lot of my other Gundam. Part of it is also like I have been slowly unpacking my gunpla, even though I've been living here for like a month already. It's still taken me some time just because I have so many gunpla. It's taken a while. It's taken a hot minute just to get everything figured out. So it's taken me some time just to sort through everything. So I've finally begun unpacking my built Gundam I have that have already been built, that I can start putting them and displaying them on shelves that I have. I'm very excited. I've already begun putting them together, but the thing that's been happening to me as I've been unpacking these gunpla is that there are several kits, like a lot of these kits are ones, not a lot of them, but like, a bunch of them are kits that I've made a long time ago that like 3 years ago that I I built them, I set them up in my apartment, and then I didn't touch them again. And this is the first time I'm like really looking at a lot of these older kits that I've built, and I'm having a similar experience as I did with the Unicorn, where I'm like, oh my god, there's visible mold lines on here, and stress marks that haven't been sanded off, and bad panel lining, and I didn't really like all the decals well, and stuff like that. So now I'm just like going through all of my Gundam and doing that. And just doing a bit of maintenance on all of them. So it's been taking me quite some time. but it is something that is making me happy. It's something that I've been having a lot of fun doing, to just like unpacking a lot of the older kits that I've made, and just like touching them up and sanding off mold lines. Like, one that I finished recently was the MG God Gundam. My MG God Gundam, which I built on stream actually not too long ago, but I realized I never really did any of the finishing work for it, which is like the panel lining, and well, I did some of the panel lining for it, but I was a bit rushed in doing finishing work for it. So it was it just looked not, it was still just looking kind of whack. And so I put in quite a bit of effort lately, just like getting MG God Gundam all up and running, up and beautiful. And the other one that I finished most recently was I unpacked my high-grade Begwar bow, which is one of the Witch from Mercury kits. I quite like. It's a very well-made high-grade, but I forgot that I have been buying. So if there's anything to be known about me, it's me and my general hatred for sticker decals. For the most part, I just don't like using them. I almost always think a kit looks better without decals than with ugly sticker decals. I'm like, I just think they look bad. I'll use some of the metallic ones, like the ones, the ones like in the back. Hard to tell. Let's zoom a little bit. Kind of understand what I'm talking about. But it's hard to tell lighting, but there's like little metallic stickers that go for that reflection, but there's little metallic stickers that go behind his eyes so that it looks metallic back there. I'll use those like metallic accent stickers, but that's about it, and even then, as long as it's not too big, if it's like covers like a bigger patch of area, I would rather just paint it then. I would rather just paint it at that point. If it's like a small metallic accent sticker, I'll still use it. But what I do like doing though sometimes, if I do like the decals for something, but I just don't like that they're stickers, a lot of kits buy reworked water slide versions of their decals. Either that or like alternate water slide decals, just in general. And me, they always look better than just regular decals. I much prefer water slides over other over most other decals. Water slides, oh my god, water slides are a bit of a huge pain, but they do look nicer. I have to admit, nicer. It's a huge pain until I can highlight it normal. But actually, I have it right here. Literally because I literally finished this like last night, like yesterday. I just working on it. Let's zoom in so we can show off. I know it's supposed to be a stream about Barbatos, but now we're gonna show off the water slides on my Begwar bow. It's on my desk and I'm looking at it. I haven't even put it on my shelf yet because I literally just finished this last night. Take off this little stand. But finally finished adding all those little water slides. Ignore my bad paint job here. There's a bunch of other little details that I realized are like painted details. Like, oh man, I have to paint this, and so I did. So ignore some of my painted blenders. I was testing out, so I got some Gundam markers, which I usually don't particularly like, but I was like, maybe in some aspects it will make my life easier. Then if I'm just doing like little detail repaints like this, or covering up some stress marks and things like that, having Gundam markers are way easier than pulling out my paints, my individual paints. So I was trying to do some of the detail painting on this with Gundam markers, and the precision is not quite there with Gundam markers as how it just kind of is. But some of these other ones, like these black accents here and here, I just used like a paintbrush. I think the ones up here, these are kind of just my own blenders. It's a little bit of messy line work. My own painting. Just don't look at it too hard. And look at the water slides because they look really nice. The water slides came out looking really nice. I'm very happy. I will say though, I'm super lazy. A lot of the water slides are supposed to go on the back of the legs. I just didn't apply them. I was like, listen, because of how I'm gonna pose it, you're not really gonna see the back of his legs. It's fine. It's okay. And so, yeah. But otherwise, it looks really nice. I think I've mentioned before, I don't think I built this one on stream. I think this was a I did it by myself build. But the Begwer bow is a very nice high grade. Like, you can really, this guy can... One of the cool things about the Witch from Mercury kits is that, by God, are these guys stable. Like, this thing, you can shake it around, none of the bits are going anywhere. Very posable, it's very nice. I know this is my MG Barbatos stream has turned into reviewing an HG Begwer bow stream, but it's very fun. It's very posable. Love the Begwer bow. It's a very nice. It's also got, as Heather loves it, bow mobility. It's just a very nice kit, and honestly, I liked it plain. Is how I had it before, as I just had it plain. But I do like the water slide details. I like the little accents and the little odds and ends and things that are all around. I do like a lot of the water slide detailing, and a lot of these were in fact a pain to apply, so they better be worth it. All these tiny little water slides, I had to apply them by hand on all the legs and all the little pieces. Really, I think without micro sol and micro set, it would literally be over for me. Like, I can't believe that there's people out there, aka me, like a year ago, that were just like putting on water slides raw. That's insane. That's insane. Water slides are such a pain to put on, regardless. But not having micro solid set, oh my god. I don't know how I did it. Because I remember one of my Megami Device girls, I applied her water slides before I got micro solid set, and it was so, oh my god, the struggle. Like, this guy was not easy to do the details on either. But at least I had, like, decal softener and setter that, like, helped me apply them. You know? It just makes the finish look nicer, makes them look nicer in general, makes them apply on these curved, like, leg surfaces and, like, the shoulder, like that. So, and especially these, like, bigger decals, are impossible to put on without softener and setter, or else you're just like fiddling around with them forever. But honestly, though, my my decal applying technique is a little busted. What I like to do, of course, I go in with my softener, I always go in with my setter, but then at the very end, I just press my thumb over it to get all the air bubbles out. Once it's dried, like a little bit, I just press my thumb on it to get all the air bubbles out. Not too hard, not enough to like move the decal, but just enough to like flatten it. Because sometimes, especially with bigger ones like this, they'll want to slide around and stuff. Or ones on like curved surfaces like this, kind of just have to like press a little bit to get it really flat. Even with like a paintbrush and forceps and decal softener, like I still just, nothing matches, just little tap of the finger, done. But I do feel as though my the labor I've put in with all these individual little decals has been worth it. It looks really nice, and I'm very happy. And I'm looking forward to doing that with more of my kits. 'Cause honestly, I know I haven't done that for Barbatos. Okay, we gotta go back to Barbatos. I haven't done that for Barbatos. Barbatos comes with stickers. I don't like them. And what I will probably do is see if I can buy dry rubs or water slides, because a lot of master grades do dry rubs for some reason. Not quite sure why. I used to prefer dry rubs, but since introducing softener and setter to my life, I do kind of like water slides more. But that is simply how it is. So I will probably I'll probably want to invest in, I will probably want to invest in getting water slides for Barbatos. Water slides or dry rubs, whatever there ends up being. But I feel like usually it's water slides that has like the alternate decals. It's usually water slides and not dry rubs. Because I feel like I just don't see them often. I think it's really only some of the older master grades that have dry rubs, actually. Because dry rub decals are still a little bit of a pain, where you kind of gotta get like a coin or something and like a scratch off. It's its own process, but definitely requires less material than water slides. Definitely requires a lot less effort than water slides. But whatever it is, I will probably be getting the alternate non-stickers Barbatos, because I like Barbatos. I want Barbatos to look nice. And thus I will not be using those terrible I remember when I used to be someone that would like meticulously apply. Mormon? That is not the same word. So I really can't say anything. I'm also someone that likes using the incorrect word things. But also, I forgot to mention earlier, I should probably mention this. I will be ending early today because my plans for this evening have shifted up. have shifted upward in time. I I'm going to a concert today. I'm very excited. And it's in the evening, but the friends that I'm going with want to clear like like 1 p.m. earlier. Not 1 p.m., but like leave 1 p.m. earlier. Oh, okay. And so I will be probably ending in like 15 that I have to leave it. That I can catch my train. Luckily I'm already wearing clothes, but I still just have to. So apologies for the shorter runtime, but next week will once again be normal. As past couple weeks have been kind of funky. Last week was a planned off day. I was in New Jersey. I had a lot of fun, which is surprising because it's New Jersey. But I was visiting some friends and quite nice. Princeton, New Jersey is like actually quite nice. Wow, who could have thought? College towns. Um, but no, it was very cute. It was very nice. Princeton has some nice stuff. Hanging out with my friends. And also, I got my photos printed. Oh god. I got prints of my photos once. I think I've mentioned before how I've been doing film photography for like a hot minute now because film photography is fun. And I am a lot more attached to it than that's the A runner. I'm a lot more attached to it than digital photography. Mostly because like with digital photography, I am such a perfectionist that I'm someone who like I will, take 1 million photos because I'm not satisfied with it and it just ends up being a whole thing. But something about film photography just very charming in the sense that you kind of just like get what you get and that's simply your life. And I like that. I like that. Also, you don't look at the picture when it's taken. You have to wait 3 to 5 business days to develop your photos, and then you see what it looks like. So, you have to be a lot more careful with framing your shots, and you just have to learn to be satisfied with what ends up instead of just like focusing on details. But also, I feel like my photos have been better because of this. That I'm like not as wrapped up in like being a perfectionist and doing all of that, but it's been quite nice. And so, but usually when I get my film developed, I just get them as like digital scans. I Because printing's a little expensive. But when I was visiting my friend in Boston, there is a there was a 1 hour photo not too far from them. So I was like, whoa, that's pretty neat. And they actually didn't charge that much to get my photos like developed and printed and stuff. And I was like, whoa. So I did that. And there is, man, I know this sounds like if you are older than me, this probably sounds insane, but there is something unmatched with just like opening up your little envelope of photos and seeing how they came out, especially since like I have my little pocket camera. I love my little pocket camera. I have 2 film cameras. I have one that's like my big chunky like Canon changeable lens like nice camera. That's a film camera, but I also have just like a little fixed lens autofocus um Minolta camera that I keep in my purse. It's just to like have. It just got like a little auto flash, autofocus, super basic, but it's very fun for just like capturing things in the moment, right? And because it's like there's something different. It's one thing to like take pictures of your friends on your phones, right? Because then you look at the photo immediately and they're like, "Oh, I didn't like that. Let's take it again. Let's try it again." And it's just like so I feel like it has to be polished, has to be perfect. It feels a lot more, I guess, kind of artificial. And even but like with my film camera, it's not like I took too many like truly candids. Usually, like I have like a big obnoxious flash. Like they could tell when they're getting their picture taken, but it was still like something really sweet about it being just like I take the photo and that's it, and then we look at it later once all the photos are printed, and it was just such a sweet thing. And now I've been getting more of my photos printed. I have a little photo album now. It's very cute. I got it at Michael's. Got it at Michael's. I've been getting. I actually have a stack of photos that I've printed recently. Looking at the back of them. Wait. Let me pick out some of these that don't have people in them because not all of them have people in them. Um, Here's a photo from when I was in Boston, and my friend and I, we got like egg sandwiches. Here's a photo of cute pumpkins because this is a roll of film from like autumn, so it's a few months old. But I got the photos printed. If this is so, the reason why I was in Boston a few months ago, well, the reason why I was in Boston a few months ago was to go see Dan and Phil on tour with my friend. And at the end of the show, because most of the show it's no photography. But at the end of the show, they're like, okay, photos okay. And so I was like, oh my god, wait. And so I whipped out my camera just to see if I could do anything. And honestly, I'm surprised these photos came out as anything at all. But it's like a fun, even though you don't actually see them in the photos, like you basically, I think they're this little blur in the middle. That's fine. We got better pictures. Like, we still have like nicer phone photos too. Um, I'm like very pleasantly surprised that anything even came out because I think like the photo is still quite pretty in its own way, even if it doesn't really capture what I wanted it to. And you can still see like their tour poster, like their thing, and it's still like is a nice little reminder of this thing that I did that was really cool and I really enjoyed. This is what my friend and I were getting. Well, not I think they got a coffee, but I got no. We were getting hot chocolate. We both had hot chocolate. Both had hot chocolates at like this really nice little cafe in Little Italy in Boston, which is like, damn, they're Italians. They're Boston Italians. Everything was really good there. But we we got our little hot chocolates and we had our little K-pop boy photo cards because we have matching K-pop boy photo cards. Obviously, if you've ever seen me in real life, I literally this guy he's on my purse. He lives as a keychain on my purse. And my friend has, by the way, these are members of the K-pop group TXT. Don't worry about it. And so we have our little matching K-pop boys, and I was like, "There's something so charming of like having this on my camera, about like having this on my camera." We also went to the Boston Science Museum. There's a cool picture of a T-Rex of a Triceratops skeleton. There's another cool picture of a T-Rex. It's pretty sick. It's a T-Rex model, but it looks pretty cool, and so I took a picture of it. Um, it was also so at the science center. I think it's okay to show this. It doesn't really show anything in particular, but the science center had like one of those like heat sensing cameras, or like, oh, look at this screen with like the heat sensing camera. And so I took a picture of the screen with the heat sensing camera, and because I just wanted to see if I could even take a photo of it, if anything would come out. And so my friend and I were doing like cute little poses, right? And we're like, oh my god. And then I took the photo and I looked over and they were dabbing. I was like, did you just dab? And they were like, yeah. And they did indeed. And now it's captured on film forever on this piece of literal paper that I have. And here's a really blurry photo of that didn't come out that good. And I think the rest of these photos are from Thanksgiving with my family, which I won't be showing. I think I have at least one photo that's just uh that's me and my brother. That's just my brother. Uh oh, this is also from the Science Museum. There's a big model planet Earth, but it was spinning, so the photo ended up kind of blurry. Oh, from when I was in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, on my way back from Boston. I think this is also in Rhode Island. I just saw some pretty like little metal guys. It's a nice photo. I want to say this is also Rhode Island. It's either Rhode Island or Boston, but I want to say it's Rhode Island. Oh, here we go. This photo is just food. Wow, from Thanksgiving. From when I was having Thanksgiving. Wow, my family always goes crazy with Thanksgiving. Yeah, my family always goes really crazy with Thanksgiving meal. Have turkey. My mom made an entire beef Wellington. My uncle also made veal steak. There's a whole shepherd's pie. There's stuffed salmon. There's roast carrots and sweet potatoes and homemade bread and and soup and of course turkey. Oh my god, my family goes crazy with Thanksgiving and just food in general. Everyone in my family is a very good cook. Um, yeah, everyone. The camera is indeed coming along to New York. I just got a fresh roll of film in there. So it is fresh and ready. I'm very excited. Um, yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun. I love my big camera, though it's been having a little bit of technical issues lately. I think I need to replace the light seal. Because there was like on my last batch that I got developed with it, there's some issues with the color grading. I think it's because of the light seal, because this is like a fully mechanical camera. This is a fully mechanical camera, which makes it easier to fix in some ways because it's fully mechanical. But at the same time, it breaks like this. It has like problems like this sometimes. Versus my little pocket camera is a lot newer. I say newer. I say newer as in, oh my god, this one was probably made in the late 80s or 90s. Thus, it is has a lot of electric and auto components, so it doesn't have a lot of the same issues that my Canon does. But you know, work with what we've got. But anyhow, speaking of New York, it is now 11:56. I have I have to leave soon. I must go so that I can catch my train on time because the station is like a little bit of a drive. Not a little bit. I'm just paranoid. I'm always so paranoid. I know I could technically leave a little later and still make it on time, but I'm so paranoid about missing trains that I will fully leave like 20 minutes earlier, 20 to 30 minutes earlier than I have to, because I'm already someone who's never on time for things. And when it comes to something like a train that will leave without me, I'm like, I cannot take any chances. So I will fully leave like way earlier than I have to, but I really should that I can make it on time. Um, and I apologize for the kind of very short stream because I was having some tech issues at the beginning. But I shall be back next week. I will be streaming during the normal duration of time, and I will be back to continue MG Barbados. I'll update on if I do anything with the decals. I might order them this week or something. Who knows? We shall see. Anyhow, thank you to everyone who tuned in. As always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you so much. And yeah. Bye bye!